Time is one of the most valuable resources we all have, yet not everyone uses this resource wisely. For example, we are all given the same 24 hours in a day, yet somehow some people are able to do more with their 24 hours than others. Why is that? In this video, I'm going to be giving you 10 time wasters you need to get rid of in 2022 if you want to be more productive. Coming right up. Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Now, the first time waster you need to get rid of if you want to be more productive and more fruitful in 2022 is the whole idea of saying you are waiting for inspiration. As a content creator, one of the requirements in order for you to be successful is for you to create consistently. And if you are going to wait for inspiration, then you are not going to be as consistent as you need to be in order for you to start gaining momentum, in order for people to start noticing what you do. So forget about inspiration, focus on being consistent. We are not always going to have inspiration. Sometimes you need to just do it even if you don't feel like it, even if you don't feel inspired. If you are a YouTuber, for example, if it means putting out 2 videos per week, 3 videos a week, you need to do that in order for you to start getting, recommended by the algorithm. But if you are always going to wait for inspiration, what if inspiration comes once a month? Does that mean you are going to only post videos once a month? So forget about inspiration. Just do it. Just record. Just make that music. Start sewing that garment. Whatever it is that you do, you don't need to wait for inspiration. Sometimes inspiration can find you in the process of doing it. Sometimes inspiration can only come while we are doing it. If you are waiting for inspiration to start, then you're going to wait a very long time. And the second time waster you need to be mindful of in 2022 in order to be more productive is worrying about what people will say. You have no idea how many people are holding back on their goals and their dreams and their aspirations because they are worried too much about what people will say. What if I put out this video and it's not well received? What if I put out this video and my family laughs at me, my friends laugh at me, or they criticize me for doing what I'm doing? You are here for your own purpose. You are here to deliver something to the world. You are not here to deliver someone else's idea, someone else's gift. Let those people worry about their own gifts, and focus on your own. If it's a conviction that you can't get rid of, if it's something that has always been in your heart, then go ahead and do it regardless of what people will say. People will speak regardless of what you do, whether you do something or not, whether you do right or wrong, people will speak. So they might as well speak while you are doing something that you are passionate about, something that you love, something that you know that is in line with your purpose and your gift. So stop wasting time worrying about what people will think, what people will say when you do what you love. You're wasting time. You need to keep it moving. You need to get going so that people can start benefiting from the unique gift that you are carrying. The third time waster I need you to get rid of in 2022 is always complaining. We all have challenges, we all have disadvantages, we all have circumstances that are unfair. But always complaining about it is not going to fix anything. One thing about complaining is that it's like worry. It's very draining. It depletes your energy. People get stuck in the process or in the phase of complaining that they don't go on to start making things happen. They don't take action because they're constantly complaining. There are things that are beyond our control. There are things that whatever you do, there's nothing you can change about them. So forget about what is out of your control. Focus on what is in your control. Forget about who did what. Focus on what you can do to change your life, to make your life better. Complaining is a time waster. You're wasting time while your peers are finding ways to maneuver this economic situation that we're in. While you are complaining, your friends are finding ways, to improve their lives, to start businesses, to start innovations that will contribute to their communities. If they focused on complaining, then they would have never started. So you need to stop complaining and start doing something to change your life. The fourth thing you need to discard in 2022 in order to be more productive is trying to please everyone. There's no way that you can please everyone. Stop trying to please people. Focus on what is best for you. Focus on, what is right for you. Understand that at any given time, not everyone is going to be pleased about your decisions, about your actions, about your goals, about what you do. Sometimes as creators, we fall in the trap of wanting to be loved by everyone, but not everyone is going to love your content. It's because your content is not for everyone. You were created to minister to a certain group of people. You were created to make products for a certain group of people. You were not created to be a one-fit-all kind of solution. So when people don't receive your content, when people don't understand your content or love your content or like your content, it's not because there's something wrong with your content. It's just that you are not meant to please everyone. You're not meant to be loved by everyone. The people that matter, listen to your messages. They enjoy your music. They wear the clothes that you make. You are not everyone's target market. And the fifth thing you need to drop in 2022 in order to be more productive is comparing yourself with others. Again, you are unique. You were fearfully and wonderfully made. There are certain traits that only you have that other people do not have. The reason why you exist is because there's a need in the world that requires your uniqueness. So stop trying to be a cheap copy of other people and focus on refining, your own value. Focus on shining your own light. You are not here to be someone else. You are not here to live your mother's dreams or your father's dreams. You are here to fulfill your own unique purpose, which is in line with your own unique dreams. So don't compare yourself with other people. Don't compare your chapter 1 with someone else's chapter 6. We are not in the same place in life. Even if we started together, there's this perception that if people went to the same primary school and high school, they ought to be at a certain level of life together. But that's not how life works. Our paths are different. Therefore, we can't be at the same place at the same time in terms of our progress, in terms of our level of success and prosperity. Your calling could require more training. Your calling could require more preparation. So don't compare yourself with your friend who has a different path, who has a different purpose than you. Focus on your own lane. Focus on being your best where you are, and gradually you will be elevated. Focus on that unique path that was placed in front of you. There's nothing wrong with you. You just need to accept your journey, accept yourself, accept your uniqueness. Stop comparing yourself with people that have nothing to do with your purpose. Stop comparing yourself with people that are not like you. There's no way that you can compare a vegetable and a fruit. They serve different purposes. Production process is different in terms of how they become fruitful. So depending on your purpose, your journey is going to be different. So stop comparing yourself with other people. Respect where you are. Respect your own unique purpose. Respect your own unique journey. Number 6, stop wasting time by repeating the same mistakes over and over again. I always say life is a teacher. There's nothing wrong with failing. There's nothing wrong with making mistakes. But there's everything wrong with repeating the same mistakes over and over again. Why allow yourself to go through the same pains simply because you are refusing to learn? Study your life. If you keep on attracting the same kind of circumstances, if you keep on attracting the same kind of people, then it means there are lessons that you are not learning, and whatever that you don't master comes back to you, because life is a school. So if you don't pass a particular standard, you will be asked to repeat that standard. It's the same principle. If you're not learning, it You must go through those lessons over and over again. And you do not have much time. Your creator is an eternal God, so he doesn't have a time problem. He has all the time in the world. But you live in time. You were allocated a certain amount of time to fulfill your divine mandate. So you are not going to carry that assignment. You are not going to complete that assignment if you keep on making the same mistakes. Stop repeating the same mistakes. Stop hurting people that care about you. Stop making dumb decisions about money. Stop not learning the things that you should be learning that are meant to take you to the next level. Sometimes it's not that doors are not opening. Sometimes it's that you're just not ready because you're not progressing, you're not expanding, you are not growing. The only way to grow is for you to learn from your mistakes, become a better person out of those mistakes. There's no single person in the world that hasn't made a mistake. But the most powerful people, the most successful people are those that are able to have a disposition that life is a school, and because they have that kind of perspective about life, they are always on the lookout for the lessons to say, I don't like this situation, it's painful, I don't like what is happening, but then what is the lesson here? The sooner you learn the lesson, the sooner the school can be over, the sooner the situation can be removed from you because you've learned the lesson. Someone once said, pain goes away after it has served its purpose. Most of the time, pain is there to teach us certain things. Pain is there to transform us. So you will never grow if you keep on making the same mistakes over and over again. Number 7, expecting perfectionism. Again, as creators, we have a tendency to want to be perfect before we can release any work. But perfection is actually an illusion. There is no such thing as perfection. No matter how great a product is, there's always room for improvement. So if you are going to allow the so-called perfection paralysis to keep you from putting stuff out, you will never grow. There's no such thing as perfection. Try your best to deliver your best work, but understand that there's always room for improvement. And if you are always going to be fine-tuning and aiming for perfection, then you will never get to where you need to get, because one of the ways of learning is putting stuff out, going back to the drawing board to say, okay, how can I improve my next video? How can I improve my next product? Because perfection will cripple you. Perfection will keep you from taking the necessary action that is necessary for success. You need to keep putting stuff out. You need to keep going. Even if your work is not at the level that you want it to be, one of the ways to get there is to keep putting stuff out, keep pushing. The 8th thing you need to drop in 2022 that is wasting a whole lot of your time is lacking priorities. Sometimes it's not that you don't have the right resources or the right amount of time to do what you need to do. Sometimes the problem is your priorities. You are all over the place. You want to be everything to everyone. You are stretching yourself too thin in terms of your finances. Your spending is not focused because of your lack of vision. You'll find that you have enough to fund your goals, to fund your dream, but because your expenditure is not focused, you don't know how to prioritize, and it seems like you need more than you actually have right now. In order for you to grow, you need to get your priorities right, understand what is important. One of the great things about vision is that it informs what you need to focus on. That's the beauty of vision. If you know what you're trying to achieve, then you know what are the things that are going to keep you from getting there, or the things that are going to delay you from getting there. Prioritize your life. Prioritize based on your vision. Number 9, the fear of failure. I've spoken about this a number of times in my previous videos, and it's one of the reasons why people don't go for what they want to do. It's one of the reasons why people are not pursuing their dreams and their goals, because they are afraid to fail. As a result, they are losing out on productive time. They are losing out on time that they should be focusing, perfecting their craft, getting better and better, because they are afraid to fail. Failure is a part of success. Unless you are willing to fail, then you will never succeed. People that you admire, the most successful people in the world, have failed more times than they care to mention. So you cannot succeed without failing. If you are afraid of failure, then you are afraid of success, because the two are intertwined. You can't separate them. Stop being afraid of failing. Understand that the process of success involves trying and not getting it right, falling and getting up again, miscalculating here and there, and learning from all those experiences. That is just how progress works. When a child is learning to walk, they don't just do it immediately without falling. They must fall, they must get up, they must continue to try, and they don't give up, because they can see other people walking, so they can see that it's possible to do it. I just need a bit more time. I just need to learn the right lessons as I continue to apply myself, as I continue to research, as I continue to get better and better, But in order for me to get there, I need to be courageous. I need to overcome my fear of failure with the understanding that failure is not final until we allow it to be final. For as long as you are learning, for as long as you are going, then failure is not something to be afraid of. In fact, failure should be your friend, because every time you fail, you're getting closer and closer to what you're trying to achieve. Don't be afraid of failure. Failure is a part of life. Failure is a part of success. Just believe in your goal, and the process of preparing you, the process of learning will involve that failure. So don't be afraid of it. And last but not least, number 10, not living your life. Not living your life is one of the biggest time wasters out there. You are living someone else's life. You are busy living someone else's life while ignoring your own, while missing out on the things that you should be creating, missing out on the things that you should be doing. This is your life. This is the gift that you were given. You were given a certain amount of time to enjoy life, to have an impact in the world. But you are so worried about what people will think of you that you are not living your life. Whenever you want to do something, you think about what will people say. That is not living. You're not living your life, and you are wasting time. You are wasting experiences even. Sometimes it's not even a matter of wasting time, but you're wasting experiences. You are depriving yourself of life experiences because you're not living your life. You are living for other people. Maybe you've got kids. Maybe you've got family that depends on you. There's nothing wrong with that. Take care of them. But don't do that at the expense of your own peace, at the expense of your own dreams and goals, because you will never be fulfilled. You were created to have an impact. You were created to serve a particular purpose in the world. And if you're not fulfilling that purpose, you're going to be miserable, So start living your life. Start living your dreams. Start working on your goals. Start working on your vision. That is living your life. You are not living your life by, getting up every day, going to a job you don't really love. Your job could be a means to an end, but don't get stuck there. While working on your job, when you knock off, go home and work on your dream, work on your goal. That's living your life. Because if you don't live your life, someone else will pay you to help them live theirs. So you are like here to accompany other people to their purpose. You are here to accompany people to their ideal life while sacrificing your own unique life. Start living your life. Stop wasting your life. Stop wasting your time on the things that don't matter.